Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. I hope you are doing good, and we have a very first new tank on sale, BZ-72-1, which is Chinese tier 10 heavy tank. First of all, I know schedule is kind of weird to release the video 3 in the morning Lithuanian time or 2 in the morning German time. I get it, don't mind me if I do. This is when we have a green light to release it because the tank is on sale on the Asian server. So for a couple of days we are going to survive. Now, the new toy skill, what do you think about this? Honestly speaking, I haven't played a single battle with this tank. I just simply prepared it, and soon we are going to go for a journey with this vehicle. But before that, what I really want to check out, how the armor is looking like. And looking into this tank, I mean 90 millimeters lower plate up to 120 millimeters lower plate. Cromwell can mess you up in the face, especially depending on the angle, right? So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, you need to hide the lower plate, otherwise you are a dead meat. Where the turret goes, turret looks fine even with hits, it would be a problem to penetrate. It's not so simple, that is very, very nice thing. Meanwhile, looking into cupolas, 150 millimeters of penetration, yikes. You know what, fellas, it doesn't look that great. And if you would compare it against the BZ-75, which is a tier 10 Chinese rocket booster, right? You would see that lower plate is 200 millimeters thickness and whatnot. Plus on top of that, even though you have 3 cupolas, they have a bit more armor. And overall comparison list, if we would take a look into the Chinese counterparts, as you can see where the DPM goes, it's pretty much BZ-75 level. Alpha damage 560, which is lower than BZ-75, but tiny touch better than 5A, right? And overall gun handling, it should be very similar to BZ-75. So yeah, fellas, that doesn't look super duper hyper turbo good, does it? Speaking about the mobility, it looks the same, and if I'm not mistaken, this vehicle has rocket boosters as well. That's about it. You know what? I think I am talking too much. I think it is about the time to go into the games, and please keep this in mind. I'm still rusty after vacations. I pretty much came back 1 day ago. And I still need some time to come back to the normal skill level, so bear with me and you will see how the things will look like. So without further ado, let's go. By the way, I forgot one very, very important thing, that this vehicle has, this vehicle is on sale. There is 12,500 units for gold. I have no clue how much gold it is going to cost. We can only guess and we can only predict, right? Also, it has 5 boosters, and if I'm not mistaken, Chinese Tech 3 has 6, but I might be very, very wrong. Is it me, or it looks relatively, or it gets to the speed relatively quickly? By the way, at this point, I feel like this is a new game to me. I'm not even joking, fellas. By the way, I do not really have a reticle mod currently, right? So the bloom looks big, and this is how it looks for everyone, right? So I think I need to highlight this as well. Skill, why you do not have reticle mod? I was too lazy, fellas. I'm still on semi-vacation moods, if you know what I mean. Meanwhile, oh, we still have patons in the game. Crazy, people still play with this thing. Okay, very, very nice. So, Mister, make a mistake. Anyone? It doesn't look like anyone will make a mistake here. That being said, I am feeling about being tiny touch more aggressive. Skill aggressive is not good. Shh. Brain. Shh. You see, if enemy paton is thinking being aggressive is a good idea, I mean, for me it should be awesome idea, considering that we are going to go for a Mr. Paton. Meanwhile, will Paton react? Ooh, he reacted. Wow, that is impressive. Good, 500 in the face, 11 seconds reload. I understand it, I get it. We can side scrap with this tank. It is not that bad whatsoever. Plus, on top of that, we can slap him in the side. He is paying attention. Probably he will miss because the button gun handling is horrible. Fellas, World of Tanks haven't changed in those couple of weeks, okay? I can tell you that. World of Tanks haven't changed. Meanwhile, we are going to slap him into cupola, beautiful, and we have seen the two, and we are seeing the tourist going through the middle. That is alright, this is what we want to see. We are feeling kind of fine. Can we lit him on fire? This is the question, and answer is not yet. Meanwhile, what we may see on the side over there is Vaza peeking. So let's take a second to appreciate this E100 touring through the side, and now I am just simply waiting for Vaza. I truly want to believe that this guy will say, oh, it's my time to shine and it's my time to go up front and slap the living crap out of this capper mother trucker. At least this is how I feel. Also, just to let you know, no, I do not want to cap the base. I'm just chilling at this area and I'm enjoying the weather, you know? I'm having a good time. Meanwhile, Karelia is over there. Doesn't really change anything. Will this guy peek? I mean, I can see that our Leo is sitting around this area as well, and he is just simply covering us, right? And this is very much appreciated. Don't get me wrong. Meanwhile, Type 61. No, Mr. Type 61. Skill, are you capping the base? No, I'm not capping the base. We are just chilling. The thing is, I do not really want to go like this because Vaza can slap me in the ass, so I need to be very, very patient and I just need to wait for it. And plus on top of that, obviously, I need to react. Meanwhile, hi, how are you doing, Mr. Karelia? Obviously, he doesn't need to aim in order to penetrate me, which is fair enough, I guess. Patton comes from behind. Vaza is coming from the side as well, and looks like first pancake is kind of burned. I will take a second to aim properly and I will hit this guy. Meanwhile, Patton is still looking at me. That is okay, doesn't really matter. I know I am more likely dead, and once again, I am not even feeling bad about this, if you know what I mean. Trying to boost myself towards this guy, that's okay, and I'm dead. That's fine. Fellas, once again, my standards at this point are very, 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 very low. I know where I went. I know what kind of aggressive play I did. It's okay. 3,500 damage and 300 assisting damage. So far, whenever you are dealing against the enemies frontally, at least in my humble opinion, you have no armor whatsoever. So with this tank, you need to play hold down and just simply hold the line and whatnot. At least that's what I want to believe. But we'll see. Obviously, we will play more matches. This is the first game. Let's teleport to the scoreboard. Okay, fellas, and we are back. Let's see. I am quite curious how this game went because, well, I've seen that my team took one for the team. It is okay. And we finished everything with a 3,500 damage and 300 assisting damage. And you know what? I'm not feeling bad about my performance, by the way. What a big surprise. Patton tanks are finishing with 0. That is shocking. Meanwhile, I am third by the damage, which I'm feeling very, very good with, and I'm fifth by experience. Once again, I'm looking at myself as a very rusty skill, so I am feeling, how to say this? I am treating myself with a special care, you know? My expectations are not as high as they are usually. I just need a week to come back to the rhythm, right? Anyways, first game done, let's go for more. Okay, fellas, round number 2, step standard battle. I have played some games in between the first game and second game you are seeing, and that is on me. I can feel like my brain is lagging a bit and I'm just simply making silly goose decisions, so I will a bit cherry pick the games. In other words, if I will go in front and do 2000 damage, you know, that's on me. It's not really tank fault. But what I noticed one thing, that this vehicle is not necessarily a typical heavy tank, right? It's to the some level 270, like 277. You want to play relatively aggressively, but you do not want to play in the open field. You want to play hold down, or you want to side scrap, or you want to do something smart. You just do not want to go full mouse mode through the middle. It doesn't work this way, and you are going to regret your life choices for sure if you are going to do something like this, right? And this is what I noticed whenever I am playing at this point with this tank, right? I need to be significantly more intelligent. It's more likely 277 gameplay, I would say, or was a 5A to the certain extent, right? I would say this is the perfect description. Meanwhile, this alpha damage slaps nice, and in the same time I would not say that this tank has a horrible gun handling, even though on the paper it definitely doesn't look the greatest, right? Let's keep this in mind. Meanwhile, what I'm waiting here, I'm waiting until 60 TP will peak, right? Eventually I'm going to get spotted, or maybe I'm spotted all the time, which would definitely make sense. Yep, I'm spotted all the time, and I'm just trying to go for a blind shot for the 60 TP. Unfortunately, I'm unsuccessful, but that is alright. All we need to do, we need to hold the enemies. Once again, there is no need to be hero. Fellas, whenever you are looking into this tank, lower plate is meat for Cromwell, right? So you do not want to show your lower plate for no reason whatsoever. Whenever you are, you know, it's enough that you came into position quickly where you can play hold down and you need to stay hold down. I truly want to believe that this tank is going to be quite difficult tank to make it work, you know? It's definitely not IS-7 go in front and blah, 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 blah. And enjoy yourself, you know? This is how am I looking into this tank for now. And at the moment, I think all I need to do, I need to sit here and I need to be patient. There is no need for me to make pressure like this. I truly think it is not the greatest option, that's for sure. To go through the middle as well isn't the finest choice, so we are playing in the heavy line. And we are just simply being patient. And yeah, I'm very, very well aware of that this 60 TP can definitely sit over there. And in fact, we will try to go for a blind shot. And this is not a hit. Yeah, it is very, very hard to be patient, fellas. I must admit, you know, after vacations, I really want to go in front and I really want to go for action and to say, yeah, mother truckers, we are going to slap the living crap out of them. And this is not an ideal option. And you see, those IS-4s, they definitely made a mistake. You know, you can look at this however you want to. It is not the smartest decision from their side. I really like how the gun behaves. Maybe I am lucky or something, I do not really know, but I really enjoy the gun handling of this vehicle, fellas. I truly do. And now our team is making pressure. We have platoon of 705s, and both of them are going to make pressure here, at least by the first glance of it. So what we are going to do, we are going to take the upper side. What is the biggest trouble for us is this Fava, but I'm going to be alright and I'm going to try to stay calm. And excuse me. And hopefully everything will be alright. Wrong hole, fellas. Wrong hole. Could you please? Thank you. I appreciate you, mate. Please don't hit me. You will. Sure you will. It is okay. No complaints, no regrets. Now all we need to do, we need to slap this gentleman just like so. Very, very nice. And now we need to try to escape. And once again, this 60 TP, he can penetrate me without bigger problems whatsoever. I'm trying to make a bit harder angle, but as you can see, he's just slapping me like there is no tomorrow. Yeah, I truly want to highlight that this tank isn't a heavy tank, okay? No, but still, what do you mean not a heavy tank? I truly mean it, fellas. It doesn't feel like it could bounce a shot if you are not playing perfectly hold down. Sure thing. If you are hold down, if all stars are aligned, if moon is blue and Britney is singing Serenada, fine, fair enough. But other than that, I would not call it trustworthy. That's okay, I lost a lot of hit points and that 60 TP definitely chosen me. But you know what, maybe that means I am cute. How about that, fellas? How about that? Now, what I am hoping for, I am hoping that enemies will try to make a bit of pressure like this, or at least they are thinking about it. If they are thinking about it, we will try to use our gun in order to slap them. And once again, 560 alpha damage isn't bad, fellas. That isn't bad for sure. Maybe I could go for this Manticore. Now when I started thinking about it, maybe Manticore is the answer to our problems, you know? Just simply go through the middle, slap Manticore, and try to play somewhere in the middle. Maybe this is the right way to do the things, but in the same time, this Manticore will slap me back. At least this is how I look into all of this. And truly, fellas, this tank is extremely, extremely agile. Where the agility for a heavy tank goes, I truly feel like I would be playing with a medium tank or something like this. Okay, I'm going into the middle. I'm becoming impatient, but that's okay. Manticore is down to fartable. That is okay. We cannot complain about this, can we? Ay. Not the smartest choice by me, that's for sure. And now Manticore could be anywhere. Where is the Manticore? Yeah, I should have expected that CS-63 to be here around the corner, you know? Is he here? If I'm spotted, he must be. No, he isn't. Okay, fair enough. How about this? If I'm spotted, he might be sitting here. He isn't. Okay, this is the problem, fellas. This is a huge problem. This is a big mistake from my side. You see, that's what I'm talking about whenever I'm saying I'm just simply impatient whenever I'm playing with this tank, you know? Too much of pressure can actually be too much. Beautiful. Gun is nice. At least what stat shows of this tank, gun truly feels pretty okay. And as you can see, you can side scrap with this. By looking to the armor module, you can penetrate this tank with the hits. But if you are not spamming hits, it's not going to be so simple to... Never mind. I flexed with my knowledge too much, fellas. It's okay. That's vacation skill, fellas. Let's see the score. Okay, fellas, we are back. I must admit, my brain is in quite a bit of pressure, and that's okay. That's to be expected. That's what we are getting for playing with a newer tank, right? Anyways, 4.4 thousand damage, 600 assisting damage. Definitely not a horrible game. Manticore, very well played. He was quite annoying mother trucker. Anyways, we are third by experience, we are first by the damage, and we lost 28,000 credits, but that's to be expected. That's okay, fellas, that's okay. Let's go for one more, or maybe two more. Okay, fellas, for a third game, we have Karelia Assault. Now, I'm going to be greedy bastard. Usually, I do not play in this lane, but this time I will, because I'm spawned very nearby. Usually, whenever I'm playing somewhere over there and I'm being super successful. But this time, you know, I feel like I want something new. I feel like I want something spicy, so why not do so? What are the cons of this position? The worst part of all of this is whenever someone is driving like me. That's beautiful, CS. Keep it up, my man. The worst part of all of this is whenever someone is crossing the middle, right? Middle crossers are the most dangerous for us. Because whenever someone is taking this position, we are in deep trouble. Since they can shoot to our side, it's pretty horrible. But you know what? We are going to be alright. We are going to survive. The best part of all of this is that this gentleman is down to fartable, and we have a light tank who is actually countering him, so it's not that bad. Meanwhile, in this position, we will try to play hold down to the best of our abilities, and hopefully we can slap the Super Conquerors and whoever else will try and push in front. You know, that's what we want to see. Now, Super Conqueror is playing very comfy here, hold down. What we want to see this guy going in, you know? Whenever he is going to commit, we are going to slap the living crap out of him. That's what I would love to see. What is the correct decision? By the way, if I would get spotted myself over there, what would happen? I would get sniped by the STB platoon who is sniping from here. At least that's what I guess. Meanwhile, can I find a blind shot to this STB? I mean, the chance of that is low, but I'm willing to take the risk. Not ideal timing because light tank is crossing through the middle like there is no tomorrow, but you know what? We are going to be alright, and our light tank died. Ay, 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 ay. I'm taking my words back for saying everything will be alright. Meanwhile, Sharp Futur is trying to cross through the middle. That's okay. Will he cross through the middle? Okay, Xor in the open field. Can we slap him? This gun slaps, fellas. This gun truly slaps. And I'm telling you, it doesn't look like, on the paper, it doesn't look like this gun would be able to do anything, but in reality, it just simply does. It just simply does. Okay, that's fine. Listen, I made a decision. I am taking a bit more defensive approach at the moment. The main reason why so, because we are losing this side a bit. Even though there is only one Super Conqueror, which is not that scary, to be completely honest with you. What is scary is this crossfire from the middle, right? That is very, very scary stuff, and I do not want to mess with that, honestly speaking. So now we want to just simply relocate. Good, good, good. We are relocating, and now we will try to stand for our team. This is very hard game. As you can see, enemy team is just simply stronger. They have the middle. They are eliminating this. This is, by the way, the main reason why am I not playing in this position. It's just very, very easy to counter it. And usually whenever I'm playing from the enemy spawn, right, what am I doing? I am pretty much taking the middle. And by taking the middle, you are just very, very powerful mother trucker. And that's okay, fellas. And that is all right. Meanwhile, can we eliminate this gentleman from the game? Wow, this gun. This is what I'm saying, fellas. You cannot blindly trust the stats. No, but skill on the paper, it shows 0 point. Shit. Doesn't matter what the paper shows. What is the most important thing is how it feels. And you know what, fellas? It feels great. This gun feels great. Indeed. Okay. How about this light tank? Who could spot me? Charfooter, probably. What is the chance of this guy being here? Probably low. Probably low. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one. Bad aim by me. I could have aimed a bit lower. That's okay. And now the Super Conqueror is coming for breakfast. And you know what? This is going to be a very, 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 very hard game against the Super Conqueror. I can promise you that. I want to try to stay hold down here to best of my abilities, right? And let's hope that... Whoops. Come here, buddy. And let's hope that he is just going to go in. Because if he's going in, we should be able to get the shot literally for free. No? Come here. And obviously, I believe I do not need to highlight that the situation is 3-10. It honestly doesn't really matter where I would play the game. I would still be a dead meat, no matter what, right? But what we can do, we can try to use our gun handling to boost our score just tiny touch more. And that's all we need for a full happiness, right? Meanwhile, Charfooter, how are you doing? Barbecue, fellas. Very, very nice. I like it. Beautiful. Just at the moment, we are not playing for victory. At the moment, we are playing to fix our score and to get just that little bit of use, you know? That's all we are playing the game for. Okay, very, very nice. Now Super Conqueror should pick this. Good. Not a big surprise, is it? Good. Very, very good. Now he should go for us again. Doesn't really change absolutely anything. This is the pure trading at the moment. There is no chance am I going to get something else, right? All I can do, I can trade. All I can do, I can trade. Yeah, that's fine. This is maximum from this game I could have gotten. Now, logically thinking, if I would stay here, I believe every and each of you would agree that I would be slaughtered from the middle and that Super Conqueror, right? So that was not an option. So retreating was the good thing, and obviously thumbs up for my brain for coming back to the world of tanks. Overall, everything is fine. By the way, I am packing defeat after defeat, to be completely honest with you. Once again, could it be a problem of me? Absolutely yes. You know, once again, I'm just simply not back fully yet. Meanwhile, 4.6 thousand damage, 100 assisting damage, definitely not a bad score. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage. Plenty of zeros in the team, unfortunate, and we lost 6,000 credits. That's to be expected. Okay, one more, let's go. Okay, fellas, round number 4, Berlin standard battle. Let's see what we can do in Berlin. I'm thinking about playing actually aggressively. You know what? I'm going to load the full gold. Let's try to... Well, I would not call it brawling, but what we can do, we can try to play here hold down. Plus on top of that, we will do the test how Arta is hitting this tank. Skill, what is your predictions? This is my predictions, fellas. That's what I think. I think when Arta will hit this tank, I will forget my name. But let's see. I hope I am wrong. So, the first things first. We are taking this hold down position, and now we are just slapping someone crossing. And now we are gaming. And now we are playing the game. Playing the game, hold down, and just simply trying to punish enemies. By the way, I do not know how to penetrate the new tanks yet. I'm not even joking. Skill, nice diligence, you done. Fellas, I was on vacations. What did you expected? Meanwhile, Cupola shot from the 60 TP without any problems whatsoever. Literally no problems. I know I can penetrate him in the mantlet, but it's not so simple, you see. Whenever the situation is looking like this, whenever you have two cupolas which has 150 millimeters of of armor, yeah, you cannot expect a lot. You know, let's get real. You just simply cannot expect a lot. Meanwhile, trying to aim for cupola. Hitting cupola, but unfortunately not penetrating it, that's fair. And how about the C100? Wow, this tank is moving like medium tank. I think I know how am I going to play with this tank, honestly. I am going to play with this tank as a hybrid between the heavy and the medium tank. For me, personally, this tank has 277 gameplay, you know? This is how am I looking into all of this, and this is how I feel about this tank. And I hope I am not wrong. Meanwhile, what do I want to do? I want to relocate here. I hope I won't take 700 in the face. Luckily I didn't, because that was my ass, and my ass said, you know what? Not today, buddy. Not today. Good. This is exactly what I want. And now, at the moment, all we need to do, we need to sit around this area and just to be annoying, right? And you know what? That's what I can do. I can definitely be annoying, fellas. I can definitely be annoying. I believe if Vivi would hear that, Vivi is my girlfriend, she would nod, okay? She would say, oh yes, you can. I believe you can. Okay, how about making a bit of pressure for the C100? How about that? Beautiful shot, very nice. He just missed the shot as well. Good. How about... Oh, that was a bad shot. That was a horrible shot. Also, I must admit, I did not notice that he has a small gun as well. Meanwhile, our Leo is just making pressure through the middle of the field. That's good. That's exactly what I need. And we finished this guy off. Very, very nice. Now, we are just trying to get as much free damage as we physically and possibly can, right? That's all we need to do. Meanwhile, I'm aware of those guys looking at me as a snack. I get it. Believe me, I get it. And you know what? I feel like I'm pretty delicious as well. Meanwhile, he's side-scrapping. I like side-scrapping. Beautiful. And now all I need to do, I need to use this turret as my protection. You know? That's all I am doing here. Meanwhile, he noticed that I know how to use the protection properly. And that's okay. That is not a bad thing. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's more likely like a medium tank. I think I know exactly what do I think about this tank and how do I feel about it as well. It's not a horrible vehicle by any shape or any form, but honestly speaking, I think the skill level of playing with this tank is definitely higher than your typical E1 Honda, you know? This is how I look into all of this, and I hope that I am correct, and I hope my initial impressions will last till the end, right? Overall, definitely not ideal session and not ideal performance, but most of the time I can tell you one thing, that I could not blame the tank, I could blame myself, right? The games which I showed, I think most of the games were either 4,000 or either close to 4,000, which is not horrible, right? I mean, once again, I'm treating myself a bit easier at this point, if you know what I mean. And all in all, it is okay. So, let's see the score. I believe I'm definitely not even close for being top with this tank, but that's okay. 3.8 thousand damage, 900 assisting damage, we are 4th by experience, we are 3rd by the damage, which is fine by me, and we lost 33,000 credits, which is okay as well. All in all, I believe the games which you have seen, our average probably was like 4,000. Overall, the games which you haven't seen, yeah, my performance definitely wasn't ideal, but once again, I'm not blaming the tank, I am blaming myself. Now, would I recommend this tank? I have a feeling that this tank is going to sell as cupcakes. New tier 10 vehicle, a special tank, a lot of people bought loot boxes, so they have plenty of the gold. My guess that initial price of this tank is going to be either 15 or either 20,000 gold. Do I think it's broken? No. Do I think it is a good tank? I think it is fine tank, but you need to be smart and you need to know what you are doing. You know, it's not your typical YOLO Trololo tank, do nothing and be happy, you know? I cannot predict how the bids will go, but I think it will sell like a cupcakes, and you know, you need to think about the gold you got. Is it worth it or it's not worth it? It's very, very hard to say. Tank isn't bad. Tank definitely has some things to offer. Do I think the tank is as good as 5A? Maybe. Do I think tank is as good as 277? Debatable, you know. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your daily dose of skill, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Skill is out for today. Peace.